Hey wanderers, let's talk about something surprising. Did you know that thousands of Indian travelers might be applying for South Korean visas they don't even need? It's true. Every year, countless people spend their hard-earned money and precious time on visa applications, waiting anxiously for an approval that was never required in the first place. Imagine the cost of the visa fees, the agent charges, and the stress of gathering documents, all for nothing. This is a common and costly mistake that many of us make simply because we aren't aware of a special travel perk available to us. It's a secret hidden in plain sight, and today I'm here to share it with you so you can save both money and time on your next big adventure. So, what is this big secret? It's a special visa exemption program. Many countries have these agreements to make travel easier and promote tourism. For Indian passport holders, one of the most exciting ones involves South Korea and Australia. If you are planning a trip to Australia or returning from there, your journey can include a fantastic bonus stop. This rule allows you to enter and explore the vibrant city of Seoul and other parts of South Korea without a separate Korean visa. Think about it. You could be enjoying delicious Korean BBQ, shopping in Myeongdong, or visiting historic palaces, all during a layover. This isn't a loophole or a risky trick. It's an official policy designed to make transit more enjoyable for travelers like us. This opportunity is especially amazing for first-time international flyers or families traveling on a budget. We all know how quickly travel costs can add up. Visa fees are often a significant, non-refundable expense that you pay before you even know if your trip is confirmed. By using this transit exemption, you can completely eliminate the South Korean visa fee. That money can then be used for something much more fun, like trying authentic tteokbokki at a street market, buying unique K-pop merchandise, or even extending your stay in Australia by another day. It's all about traveling smarter, not harder, and making every rupee of your travel budget count. Let's put this into perspective. The process of applying for a South Korean visa from India involves filling out long forms, providing bank statements, getting letters from your employer, and then waiting for weeks. It can be a real headache. But if you hold a valid visa for Australia, you can bypass this entire process. You just need to plan your flights correctly. This simple piece of knowledge can transform a boring transit into an exciting mini vacation. It opens up a door to a new country and a new culture without any of the usual bureaucratic hurdles. So before you rush to fill out another visa form, let's explore how this amazing rule works and how you can use it for your own travels. So, how does this magic trick work? It's simpler than you might think. South Korea has a transit tourism program designed for travelers who are passing through the country on their way to or from certain other nations. For Indian citizens, the key to unlocking this program is holding a valid visa for one of a few select countries, and Australia is on that prestigious list. Specifically, if you have a valid Australian visa, like the popular Subclass 600 tourist visa, stamped in your passport or an electronic visa confirmation, you can be eligible to enter South Korea for a short period during your layover. This is a fantastic way to break up a long journey and add another stamp to your passport. The core idea is that you must be in transit. This is the most important word to remember. The rule doesn't allow you to just fly from India to South Korea and then back to India. It is specifically for travelers on a connecting journey. For example, your flight itinerary must be something like Mumbai to Seoul to Sydney, or perhaps Melbourne to Seoul to Delhi. You are essentially passing through South Korea's Incheon International Airport to get to your final destination, which is either Australia or India. The South Korean immigration authorities grant you permission to enter the country as a bonus for transiting through their hub, making your layover much more exciting than just waiting inside the airport. Think of your Australian visa as a special key. When the Korean immigration officer sees that you have a valid visa and a confirmed flight ticket to Australia, it gives them confidence that you are a genuine traveler. It shows that you have already gone through a detailed verification process by another country and that you have a clear reason to leave South Korea to continue your journey. This trust is what the entire program is built upon. It's a gesture of goodwill that allows you to step out of the airport and experience the beauty and culture of South Korea, even if it's just for a day or two. This is what makes a long-haul flight something to look forward to rather than dread. The benefits are truly wonderful, especially for those of us who love to explore. Instead of being stuck in an airport terminal for 8, 12, or even 24 hours, you get a free pass to discover a new city. You can stay for up to 72 hours, though the exact duration is always at the discretion of the immigration officer. This is enough time to media group. Tourists on Seoul City Tour bus, group of travelers, taking guided city tour stock distribute, Hein equally. Take a quick city tour, visit a famous landmark like Gyeongbokgung Palace, indulge in some serious shopping, or simply enjoy a delicious meal outside the airport. It's like getting 2 vacations for the price of 1 flight ticket. All of this is possible just because you planned your route strategically and have that Australian visa ready to show. Now, let's get into the details, because following the rules is everything. To qualify for this visa-free transit, you must meet several specific conditions. First and foremost, you must be an Indian citizen holding a valid Indian passport. Secondly, you must possess a valid visa or a residence permit for Australia. It's crucial that this visa is valid on the day you enter South Korea. An expired visa, or one that only becomes valid later, will not work. You must also be traveling from India to Australia via South Korea, or from Australia to India via South Korea. The journey must be continuous, meaning you cannot fly from a third country that is not your home country or your final destination. Another critical condition is having a confirmed onward flight ticket. You must be able to prove that you are leaving South Korea within 72 hours. This means you need a real paid-for airline ticket from Seoul to your final destination, either in Australia or India. A dummy ticket or a tentative booking will not be accepted and could get you into serious trouble. The airline staff at your departure airport in India will check this before they even let you board the flight to Seoul. They are very strict about this because they are responsible for flying you back if you are denied entry, so they will double-check that you meet all the requirements. Furthermore, you must have a clean immigration record. This means you should not have been denied entry to South Korea in the past, or have any history of overstaying a visa or working illegally in the country. The immigration officers have the final say, and they will assess each traveler individually. Even if you meet all the other criteria, if they suspect you are not a genuine tourist, they have the full authority to deny your entry. So, it's important to be polite, confident, and honest when answering their questions. Your purpose is simple. You are a tourist in transit, and your documents should clearly support that story. Finally, the program is only applicable if you are transiting through specific international airports in South Korea, with Incheon International Airport being the most common and well-equipped for this. The length of your stay is also important to remember. While the program theoretically allows for up to 72 hours, the immigration officer will grant you a specific duration based on your flight schedule and their assessment. Do not assume you will automatically get the full 72 hours. Always check the entry stamp in your passport, as it will state the exact date by which you must depart South Korea. Following these golden rules is your ticket to a smooth and enjoyable layover. While this transit program is a fantastic opportunity, many travelers make simple mistakes that can turn their dream layover into a nightmare. The most common and dangerous mistake is using a dummy ticket. Some people book a refundable ticket or use a fake itinerary just to get past the check-in counter, planning to cancel it later. This is a huge risk. Airlines and immigration officials have systems to verify bookings in real time. If your ticket is found to be fake or not confirmed, you will be denied boarding at your origin airport, or worse, denied entry in Seoul and sent back on the next flight at your own expense. Always have a genuine paid-for ticket for your onward journey. Another frequent error is not understanding the route restrictions. The rule is very specific. You must be traveling between your home country, India, and the country your visa is for, Australia. For example, a trip from India to Seoul to Australia is fine. A trip from Australia to Seoul to India is also fine. However, A trip like India to Dubai to Seoul to Australia might not be eligible, as your journey to Seoul did not originate from your home country directly. Similarly, a routing like Australia to Seoul to Thailand would not work because you are not returning to your home country. Always book a simple, direct transit route to avoid any confusion or disqualification. Overconfidence is another pitfall. Some travelers hear about this rule from a friend or a blog post and assume it's a guarantee. They book non-refundable hotels and tours in Seoul before even checking with the airline or the official Korean immigration website. Remember, immigration rules can and do change, sometimes without much notice. Furthermore, the final decision to let you enter always rests with the immigration officer at the airport. Never be overconfident. Your Australian visa makes you eligible for consideration. It does not grant you an automatic right of entry. Always have a backup plan in case you are not permitted to leave the airport. Finally, a simple but critical mistake is failing to check with your airline before you travel. Your airline is the first gatekeeper. Before you even get to Seoul, the check-in staff in India will scrutinize your documents. Different airlines may have slightly different interpretations or internal policies regarding this transit rule. A quick call or email to the airline to confirm that they will allow you to board under the transit tourism program can save you a world of stress. Ask them explicitly, as an Indian citizen with a valid Australian visa, will you allow me to board a flight to Seoul for a transit stop? Getting their confirmation gives you peace of mind and a stronger case if any issues arise. Being prepared is the key to a stress-free journey. When you arrive at the check-in counter in India and later at the immigration desk in Seoul, you need to have all your documents ready to present. Think of it as your proof package. The most important document, of course, is your original passport. It must be valid for at least 6 more months from your date of entry into South Korea. Make sure it has enough blank pages for entry and exit stamps. A passport that is damaged or close to expiring can be a reason for denial, so check its condition and validity well in advance of your trip. Next on your list is proof of your Australian visa. If you have a physical visa sticker in your passport, that's perfect. However, Australia now issues electronic visas. In this case, you must carry a clear printout of your visa grant notice. Don't just rely on having it on your phone. A printed copy is official and can be easily reviewed by officials. I recommend carrying 2 copies, one in your handbag and one in your check-in luggage, just in case. This document is your golden ticket, so treat it with care. It proves your eligibility for the transit program and shows you have been vetted by Australian authorities. The third essential item is your confirmed onward flight ticket out of South Korea. As we discussed, this cannot be a dummy booking. You need a printout of your full flight itinerary showing your entire journey. For example, Delhi to Seoul to Melbourne. It must clearly state your name, the flight numbers, dates, and confirmation number. This proves that you intend to leave South Korea within the allowed transit period. Immigration officials will look at the date of your departing flight to decide how long you can stay, so having this document printed and ready is absolutely non-negotiable. It's the proof that you are a genuine transit passenger. Lastly, while not always asked for, it's wise to carry a few supporting documents. This could include proof of accommodation in Australia, like a hotel booking for your first few nights, a letter of invitation if you are visiting friends or family, and maybe even a recent bank statement. You probably won't need to show these, but having them gives you extra confidence. It shows that you are a well-prepared and genuine traveler. Being organized and having all your papers in order makes the immigration process smoother and shows the officer that you respect their rules and are prepared to follow them. We've covered a lot, so let's end with a clear summary and some final crucial advice. The South Korea Transit Exemption for Indian citizens with an Australian visa is a real and wonderful opportunity. It can save you the time and money you would have spent on a visa, and it lets you add an exciting new city to your itinerary. You can explore Seoul's palaces, markets, and food scene on what would have otherwise been a long and boring layover. This benefit is designed for genuine travelers who are passing through South Korea on their way to or from Australia. It's a fantastic perk for anyone making that long-haul journey. However, this privilege comes with strict rules that you must follow without exception. You need a valid Indian passport and a valid Australian visa. You must have a confirmed, paid-for flight ticket that shows you are leaving South Korea within 72 hours. Your travel route must be from India to Australia via South Korea or the other way around. And you must have a clean immigration record. Never try to bend the rules with fake tickets or by being dishonest about your travel plans. The consequences are not worth the risk and could impact your ability to travel internationally in the future. Honesty and preparation are your best friends here. The most important piece of advice I can give you is this. Immigration rules can change. The information in this essay is based on the policies in place as of early 2026, but governments can update their regulations at any time. Therefore, it is your responsibility as a traveler to do your own final checks. Before you book your flights, visit the official website of the South Korean Immigration Service or the Embassy of the Republic of Korea in India. The most reliable information will always come directly from the source. This is the only way to be 100% sure that the program is still active and that you qualify for it. Finally, always confirm with your airline. Call their customer service, tell them your nationality and your exact travel plan, and ask if they will permit you to board under the visa-free transit rules. Getting a yes from them is the last green light you need. By being diligent, doing your research, and following all the rules, you can confidently and safely take advantage of this amazing travel hack. So, plan smart, pack your bags, and get ready to enjoy a surprise adventure in Seoul on your way down under. Safe travels, wanderers.